Hey guitar friends, Bob Strom here with All About Guitar Academy. Today we're going to be looking at three iconic rock riffs from 1973. The first one's going to be Rock Candy. It's a song requested from one of my students, Scott Truckee. Want to see a tutorial on that riff? We're going to nail that one today. We're also going to look at Grand Funk's We're an American Band, and then finally Money by Pink Floyd. All three from 1973. So grab your guitar, make sure you're in standard tuning, and I'll see you in the lesson. All right, let's take a look at Rock Candy by Montrose, Ronnie Montrose. Monster on guitar for sure, and Sammy Hagar belting out the vocals. So let's take a look at this riff up close. All right, Rock Candy, the riff is built around this E5 power chord. The E5 power chord there, all that is our E note here on string number 4, our D string, fret number 2, and our B note here on fret number 2 of string 5, and then the open E string. Those three strings is what we're playing. And I believe what Ronnie's doing is he's up here on fret number 12 at the very beginning. He brings the note all the way down the fretboard to, we're going to be coming down here to this E power chord. So after that, we're going to hit this G note here, fret number 3 of the low E string. Then we're going to hit this higher E note here on string number 4, our D string. So I'll do this really slow. You notice we're bending this G note just a little bit. Not all the way to the next note up, but just a short bend. And we're coming back to the open E. Then what we're going to be doing is this little riff here. I'll do that again. I'll show you what I'm doing. We've got the open E, the G, G sharp, and then we're going to, remember that E5 power chord? We're going to hit those two notes. We're going to do them individually. So, and you'll see down here, I'm alternate picking it. So it's, and you'll also notice that I'm muffling the strings down here just a little bit with my strumming hand. So that part right there, I'm muffling the strings, palm muting. And then when I hit this E note, I'm adding some vibrato there. So all right, then we're going to go to a D5 power chord, which is your B string, fret 5, and your G string, fret 2, and we're just playing these three strings, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to go to A5, which is just like an E5, but we're moved one string over towards the floor on the second fret of each of those strings. So it's string 3 and 4, second fret, and open A. So he does it really fast, so and then we go back into the riff. Then down. All right, he does that the second time through. I'm just coming up here to fret number 12 and back down again. And then we go back into the riff. Now when we get into the meat of the riff, we're doing an E major chord, or you can stick to your E5 power chord. The main thing is we want to hit these two strings here, our E string and our B string, because it sounds like this. All right, let's start the riff over one more time. I'll show you. we get to the E major chord, Ronnie does this thing. So all we're doing, we're hitting this A note here on our G string, fret 2, sliding it up. Now we're on string B of the 3rd fret, so, and then we're hitting this note here on our B string on the 5th fret. So it goes like this. So from the E major again, all right, what he's doing here, so to play that, it goes like this. We're going to start from the A note here on our G string, and then slide up here to fret number 4. Then we're going to come to our B string, hit the 3rd fret, and then we're going to come up here to the 5th fret of the B string, and then come back down here to your A note on the G string. We're going to do a pull off. We're going to do that on both strings, string G and string D. So again. Another way you can do it, which I've done several times, is and then play the open E and then bend. And then we go back down to the E5 like this. So, playing that E note, open D string, B, A, and then the G to the E5. All right, and that is the main part of Rock Candy. So now we're at the chorus part. You'll rock candy, baby. What are we doing there? We're doing an A5. Then we're going to slide up here with our fingers like this. I've got my index finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then I've got my middle finger right here on fret number 4 of the D string, and I'm playing these 4 strings open. So A5, then now we're going to slide up a half step here. I like to use my middle finger for this part on fret 5 of the D string, and then fret 5 of the B string, and we're going to play those 4 strings open again. Then we're going to slide back down to where we were a minute ago. So it's A5, I'll do it one more time. Then we go back down to the E5. Then we're going to come way up here on fret number 14. So here, let's do that again one more time. And then we go back into the chorus. Where I'm at up here on fret 14 of my B string, and I'm playing my B string and my E string at the same time. Like that. As I'm bending. And then it goes back down to the A5. Hey, I hope you learned the entire song, but that is the main part of Rock Candy. Let's look at the next riff. Hey, guitar friend, are you struggling with trying to learn how to play the guitar? Are you ready to finally learn to play and play the songs that you've always wanted to play? Well, I've got great news for you. Come see me at bobstrom.com. We have everything there to get you on the right path to reaching your guitar goals. For example, we have a fast start kit. It's completely free. You can download it, be up and running on guitar within 6 weeks or less. And now I'm excited to say we have merchandise, all about Guitar Academy merchandise, like cups. We even have phone covers. We've got hats, t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, everything you need to show everyone that you love guitar and you are all about Guitar Academy. So I'll see you at bobstrom.com. Let's jump back into the lesson. All right, let's look at another riff from 1973. We're an American band. Now there's a really clean way to play this with bar chords, or you can do it with power chords. I'm going to show you how to do it with power chords today. I'm going to keep it simple, and we're not going to do all the lead parts for the riff because there's a lot going on there. But let's look at the main parts of the riff. Okay, let's look at this riff from a power chord perspective, and I apologize in advance if you see some red on my finger. I actually injured my finger when I was doing some lead guitar earlier today. So that happens when you cut your fingernails too short. I hate when that happens. Anyway, here we go. So the beginning of the riff sounds like this. Okay, so what we're doing here, we've got the lead guitar doing something like this. But we're not going to do that. I'm going to show you the power chords here that I'm using. So this is playing in unison with the lead guitar. And what we're doing here, we're on a D5 power chord. So we've got A5, B5, C5, and this is D5. So we're going to slide up to that D. Now we're coming down to C5. Now we're going to go down here to B flat. Back up. So let's look at the next part. All right, so what is this part? What I'm doing, I'm muting the strings with my fingers here on the fretboard. And I'm playing down here more towards the bottom, the high end of the guitar. So we're palm muting the strings here again. I'm using actually my fingers up here. I'm bringing them lightly off of the fretboard. And I'm also using my palm when I do this. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, this part right here, it's more of a bass line, but it goes like this. You're hitting fret number 3 and you're hammering on to fret number 5. So then you're gonna do the same thing on your A string, but you're gonna come back down to fret number 3. So then you hit that C note again, twice. So I'll do it again. All right, then we're going to do this. Power chord. So these power chords that I'm doing, we've got the D5. We're going to slide up here to fret number 8, then 7, and then back down here to fret number 3. All right, so it's and then we go back into the all right, and that might take a little bit of practice, a lot of rhythm going on here, and a lot of palm muting, and a lot of guitar tricks going on there. Then we go to the G5. We're going to go up here to D5, back down to C5, D5, back to G. All right, so let's do that part again really slow. G5. And if you want to add your pinky here on fret number 6 of your B string, it just adds a little bit of power there, but you can just stick to power chords if you need to. I'm trying to keep this easy. So we've got the G5, D5, C5, back to D. So let's start the riff at the very beginning. I'll break it down for you one more time. Then we're going to do this. I'll do it like that for you. Then we're going to go to that G5. Then the D5, C5, again. Now we're going to slide up here to fret number 10, I'm sorry, fret number 8, and then up to 10. And then we go back down here. The C, pinky. And then we're going to slide down here to this B flat power chord. And then it starts over again. So a lot of funky stuff going on in this riff, and that's why they call themselves Grand Funk. Amazing music by Grand Funk. So I hope you learned the entire song. Let's look at the next riff. Okay, let's take a look at Money by Pink Floyd. I'm just going to do mainly the bass line, which is also part of the guitar part. But there's other things going on in the song. We got a D5 power chord going on quite a bit through there. But let's take a look at it. This is all built around the B5 power chord. So if you don't know how to do a B5, I'll show you. I'm going to put our index finger here on the B note. Fret number 2 of our 5th string, and then we're going to put finger 3 down here on the 4th fret of the D string, and I'm going to go ahead and lay it down flat so I can play this 3rd string as well, the G string. So we've got those 3 strings, string 5, 4, and 3. That's known as a B5 power chord. So let's take this B5 power chord and make a riff out of it. So I'm just playing the notes that are in that chord. So I'm playing string 5 first, which is the B. Then I'm playing string 3, and then string 4, and then back to the B. All right. Then we're going to do this. Now I would suggest you use your pinky like that. I'm going to use finger number 3 because my fingers are long enough where I can actually do it with my 3rd finger. I've got a little more power in that finger, so that's why I'm doing that way. But if it's easier for you to use your pinky, there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's actually the proper way to do it. So let's start the riff again. So what we're doing here, we've got this F sharp note, then we're coming up here, or you could play the open string, open A, but I'm going to do it from right here. It adds a little bit more to the song. And then we're coming back to this B note, and then we're coming up here, fret number 5, which is our D note. And then we're bending a little bit, a little towards the floor. So, and then back to the B. And then we do this again. So you can see everything's built around this B5. So let's start it again really slow. and it keeps repeating for a little bit. Okay, while that riff is going on, you'll hear David Gilmour playing. It's either a D major or a D5. I think it's a D major, but you'll hear that in the background when you're playing the riff. That kind of thing. And the other weird thing about this riff, it's in 7/4 time, so I don't want you to really focus on the timing of it. Just focus on the riff itself. So let's take a close-up look at the riff, and I'll show you the next part. Now this next part goes like this. So what we're doing there, we're on the 4th fret of our D string. Then we're going to come over one string towards our face, which is string number 5, the A string, on the 4th fret. And back down here to F sharp, so it's. Then we're going to go here on the 4th fret again. And then the 4th fret of the G string, we're going to walk down. So we're going from 4, 3, 2. Then we hit this E note again and come to the open E. So we're hitting string 4 and then string 6. All right, I'll do that one more time. And then we do the. All right, and that is most of the riff. All right, and the rest of the song is history, literally, 1973. So I hope you learned all of these songs. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Make sure you put in the comments any of your requests, any questions you have, and make sure you check out this video here or this playlist down here, and I'll see you in the next video.